Welcome to this new video about Forza Horizon 6, in which I'm bringing you some gameplay with the new Nissan 370Z, because, believe it or not, until now, you couldn't see this car in the game, which seems a bit strange. Because it's not a new car, it's a 2010 model, so it's not particularly recent. But on top of that, we've had this car in every Forza Horizon and almost every Forza Motorsport. So it's not something new in Forza Horizon. Yet, the developers chose to make it a seasonal reward. And on top of that, and this is really the second strange thing about this car, they chose to make it the top reward of the first season. So, let me show you what I mean. You go to the festival playlist. This car can be unlocked at 120 points, which takes a long time to get. You have to earn 40 points every week to get it. That's what I did to show it to you in the video. And it's true that it raises some questions, because next to that, for 60 points, so for half the price, in quotes, you can get the Mazda Foray, which is currently the best car in the game, or at least one of the best. It's really an incredible car in the X category. So, let's see how the 370Z does. Let's check it out. Maybe with upgrades or customizations, it will really be an excellent car. Still, it's a bit strange to have put the Furay at 60 points and the Z at 120 points. I think they should have done the opposite. So today, I'm going to show you a bit of gameplay with this car. That way, you'll know if it's worth it for you to grind points to unlock it later. I should also mention that the 370Z is a car that's pretty passionate, let's say. It's a car that's quite a fan favorite. Some people will be happy to see this car in the game, especially if they own one in real life. After all, AZ isn't that expensive these days. It's not such a rare car either, so maybe there's a bit of that aspect too. Car. RP damn. We don't have that with the Mazda Furay, since it's an ultra-rare car. It's a beautiful car. I'll show you what it looks like, even though I scratched it here. I think with the barriers... No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I scratched the window a bit, but that'll get fixed. So yeah, it's true. It's a beautiful car, and on top of that, it has a pretty nice engine. It's a 3.7-liter V6 we have here, hence the name 370Z 3.7. For example, the 350 refers to the 350Z for 3.5 liters and the 370 for 3.7 liters, a 3.7L V6 with 330 horsepower powers. A car weighing about 1,400 kg. It's a fairly light car, a pretty powerful car. So, the performance is pretty good, you know. We're in Class B, the car does 0 to 100 in 5 seconds, it almost reaches 300 km/h stock, which I think is a bit much. I think in reality, it's more of a car that goes 280 than almost 300. Anyway, it's here in the game, I've unlocked it, and we're going to see together if it's worth unlocking. So here, I'm also showing you a bit of the interior, which has been reworked. Actually, I think there are plenty of cars like this in Forza Horizon 6 in the upcoming seasons that will be unlockable. These are cars we had already progressed with in Forza Horizon, quite simply because I think they're in the process of remodeling certain cars, adding new details to the interior and exterior, reworking the textures like the leather, the plastic, that kind of thing. And it's true that if you take the Z from Forza Horizon 5, well, it actually looks much more like a toy than in Horizon 6. Whereas now, they've added a whole bunch of little things to make it more realistic, both on the outside and the inside. On the outside, for example, the headlights now have a higher level of detail. When you brake, so that's actually pretty nice. On top of that, it's true that it's a car that's actually cool to drive. It's a car that has torque, that has power, that makes a nice sound. It's a car that's light, but still has a bit of inertia. So, in my opinion, it's a car that's going to be pretty fun to drive in the game. Whoops, I didn't see the white car in the snow. Ha 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 ha. Too inconspicuous. But actually, it's a car that's really cool to drive, actually. It's super efficient, but at the same time, it's not a race car with no feeling at all. So, in this case, actually, the regular 370Z, I couldn't buy it at the dealership, but I could buy the 350Z, which is quite a bit less powerful and also a lot older, but I could also get the 370Z. Nismo, which is its sport version, the car we're testing today. What we're going to do is, I'm going to buy it as well. And even if I don't necessarily want to show you gameplay on the Nismo version, we're going to take a look at the performance of these two upgraded cars to see if it's worth it, actually, to bother unlocking the regular Z. Or if, in the end, you just take a Nismo, it's better, and on top of that, you don't need to grind the festival selection. So, let's do that. I'll start by upgrading the Nismo so it's done, and it's going to be quite upgradable. I think the 370Z, from what I see, will still be able to put some upgrades on it. Several engine swaps, and they're not the same swaps as on the Nismo, especially the Nissan GT-R engine, which is pretty powerful, I think, in this game. Even without that, I think we can already improve it quite a bit without swapping it. We'll test that as the video goes on. Don't worry, we'll compare it with the Nismo as planned. But first, I'm curious how the fully upgraded stock engine performs. Just to see how much horsepower it puts out and also to hear what kind of sound it makes. Once it's upgraded, and it's quite a bit more powerful than in Forza Horizon 5, right? In Horizon 5, that car had around 700 horsepower. Here, it's nearly 900, right? So that's already pretty cool. We'll also take a look at the custom parts afterwards, of course. In general, these are cars that usually have quite a bit of custom options available. So I hope we'll have a nice little surprise. Let's check it out. Racing clutch, racing gearbox. Alright, the little tires, of course. We're going to put slicks on it. The car's performance rating has already gone up quite a bit, huh? Not to spoil it for you, but with a lot less power than the Nismo I swapped and really went all out on, well, we almost have the same performance rating. That's actually pretty funny, though. Yeah, that's funny. Actually, we're going to be able to install the Nismo parts on the Nissan Z. But like, they're almost the same except for 2 or 3 things. They're the same parts. It's pretty funny that they did that, actually. It's kind of like, you know, with the Lancer Evo 9 and the Evo 8 in the game, they have exactly the same customizations. Well, here, it's exactly the same. Okay, we'll just have to... Let's take a look. Maybe change the rims just to give it a bit more style. Maybe put on rims that are a bit more sporty. If we find some quickly, well, like that, I like it. For example, just the little ADV ones in a bigger size. I think that could be pretty nice. Currently, the car is at 827. We'll let it run, then swap it. I actually think it might be even more OP than the Nismo, even though this car does have good flow. And even now, we haven't put any livery on it. We haven't tried to change the paint or anything. Just plain gray, with black rims, a small spoiler, and a little Nismo kit. It's still very, very beautiful, right? Even stock, it's a beautiful car. So, for photos. And then here, well, we still pretty much... 900 horsepower, so... Indeed, I think it's a car that's really going to move. And I think it's pretty op for drifting too. Clearly there's a good chance this will be pretty cool. Damn, it's already at 300, huh? Yeah, it's pretty good though, right? Yeah, so it also brakes really well, honestly. It's really, really good on that, right? I haven't checked its braking stats. Let's take a quick look.
Up.
I didn't notice that when I switched cars. What are they telling us? Only 8.9, damn. It feels like we're in a car with a 10 or something. Yeah, it really brakes hard, I think. It's not necessarily the most important thing, but still, on some tracks where there are a lot of turns. It allows you to make up distance compared to those who don't brake as well, because you'll be able to brake later than them, actually. So, it can also be a way to win. Afterwards, you feel the car's power and sense the rear wanting to drift. Subtitles by Jeremy. It's funny there. What's he doing? It's pretty fun to drive anyway, but it's not. It's not exactly confidence-inspiring. You can feel that we've gone too far here. Wow, the temperature. What the fuck? Look at the temperature warning light to the left of the car there. Because actually, in Horizon 6, there's a new little detail on the cars. The outside temperature updates inside the cars. And here, in just a few seconds, we went, I think, from 42 degrees Fahrenheit to 35. So don't tell me 42 degrees it's winter. No guys, degrees Fahrenheit aren't the same as degrees Celsius in France. Please don't tell me that in the comments. Or say it for the algorithm. But yeah, there was a really sharp drop in temperature. That's pretty cool depending on the area, the shade, and everything. There's a nice little temperature management system. I don't know if it affects the driving. I guess it does. Woo. Oh, ha. But, I'm not sure it's really, really cool to drive. It's a car that's enjoyable, but the question is it a car that's enjoyable enough? So that, well, go spend 2 hours a week on the game in the festival section? To unlock it, I don't know, some people will say it will unlock passively. Because for me, honestly, you see, if I unlocked it, it's not really because I farmed. Except maybe 1 or 2 challenges at the end just to make sure I got it. It's more that actually, by unlocking all the other cars from all the seasons, it gave me enough points to get it now. But I don't know if those who don't have I'm wondering if those who don't have Game Pass. Well, Xbox Live, sorry. You probably can't unlock it yet. You may need to wait until the last week since you don't have multiplayer event access. So yeah, it's really, really cool. It's fun to drive. It runs well. It drifts a bit. It brakes well. Honestly, this car gets a full thumbs up. Way cooler than what. So, We're just going to finish upgrading it. We're going to install the big engine, maybe all-wheel drive. Honestly, when it comes to the engine, I don't know what's the most interesting, if we want raw power. Between the V8 engine and the Nissan GT-R engine, we'll check that out together. Alright, normally that's an engine that comes from, I think it's an engine from a Corvette. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's it. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think that's it. And normally, it was an engine that was pretty powerful in Horizon 5, but I feel like it's less powerful in Horizon 6. I get the feeling that, in the end, it's not that interesting. Okay, and we have the famous 3-liter V6 from the GT-R, which might be more powerful. We'll see about that. I think this one has over 1,000 horsepower, if I remember correctly. And at least, let's say, we're sticking with a Nissan swap. Because honestly, putting a Chevrolet engine under the hood of a Nissan always feels a bit weird. Poof, yeah, 1,100 horsepower. Well, that's not as crazy as what we can get on the Nissan 370Z Nismo. Very clearly though, what's strange is that its performance index, I think it's actually higher. We'll check that in just a moment, but it's true that it's a bit weird, so let's confirm that. Well, in the end, the Nissan Z isn't actually that interesting. Compared to the Nissan Z, the Nismo is more powerful, it's lighter, and it's going to have 30 more performance index points. And above all, well, as you might have guessed, the Nismo. You can buy it whenever. It offers similar customizations, especially with Nismo kits. In the end, the two cars look very similar except for the rims. And yeah, so, well, it's a bit of a shame, in the end, to give us as a reward the Z, which is worse in every way than another car that looks a lot like it. Which one is it? So? Let's see how this turns out. We definitely will. With the GT-R's engine, which has over 1,000 horsepower, it's going to be pretty cool to drive. I think it'll be nice, even though we've switched to 4-wheel drive and changed everything. Well, actually, it's fine. I was gonna say it might be a bit weird to drive, but not at all. It's actually really good. That's actually the issue with this car. Let me explain. It's that, on one hand, I'm disappointed that it doesn't have anything special. Not even a body kit that's extra compared to the Nismo. Not even an engine swap that makes it especially powerful or anything like that. What's a bit frustrating is that this car doesn't have anything special, even though it has special restrictions. But on the other hand, well, it's a car that's cool to drive, and maybe even more fun to drive than the Nismo, which is definitely more sport-oriented and maybe a bit less lively to drive. So, it's cool, that's for sure. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think, but yeah, I'm a bit disappointed. I hope the developers don't do this too often, since it's already happened twice this season with this, and the Lancer Evo 9. Well, there you go. These aren't exactly the rewards that make you want to play the most, quite simply. So anyway, we've done the little discovery, little recap, call it whatever you want, of the 370Z. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to show it by leaving a like and subscribing for future videos. I also do live streams on Twitch regularly, so don't hesitate to come follow me. Maybe I'll even do one tonight, since it'll be soon, to play multiplayer with subscribers on Horizon 6. Feel free to follow and use Prime to support my channel. And also, I remind you that in this video, you'll find my streaming link that lets you buy your games much cheaper than elsewhere, by giving a little shout out to my channel. See you very soon. Ciao.